All right, so we're obviously here joined by Trevor and Coach Anderson. We'll start with Trevor first, just questions for Trevor. We'll let Rich start off first, and then Seth, we can follow up with you with questions for Trevor.
Oh boy, I get to be on the spot first. Trevor, how are you?
I'm good. Very good. Thanks
Good.
for having me.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us today. Let's talk a little bit about the golf that you played. Talk about the last big tournament and this #1 ranking for the Wildcats.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We've been playing really well so far. First two events to win both of them is exciting. And myself and Brad both have won individually. It's a cool atmosphere, I guess, to be around. Very competitive, and I think everybody on our team is capable of winning any tournament every week. So yeah, I mean, we're playing well, and everybody's got confidence. So and yeah, that #1 ranking, it's pretty cool. But at the end of the day, we just got to keep playing good golf, because all that really matters is how we play it in late May.
What's the key to your early success after having such a layoff because of the COVID disruption?
I mean, I think all of our guys have been working hard over the quarantine. I mean, we've been playing in tournaments and just trying to keep our game sharp and continue getting better, even though we haven't been able to compete as a team. Obviously, Tucson's a pretty good place all year round to be playing and practicing. So yeah, although we weren't able to compete as a whole as a team, we were all still playing a lot of golf and competing with each other and playing in individual tournaments. So I think that helped us be able to come right out of the gates and be able to play well.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, Trevor, thanks again for talking with me, and thanks for yesterday. I have just one follow-up question from yesterday. Just will you walk me through your practice routine, on like a typical range session, what it looks like?
Yeah, like just on an off day where I'm practicing, or like
where you're just going on an off day where you're just going to hit balls.
Yeah, I mean, typically it depends how much time. If I'm just practicing and not going out to play, sometimes I'll, get to the course, maybe chip and putt for a little, but then go hit balls. And then, putt for a while, chip again, maybe take a break, go get some lunch, come back, kind of do the same thing, kind of have like two separate waves. So, on a nice full day where I can pretty much practice all day, sometimes I'll have a couple, separate range sessions. But each individual range session, I mean, I kind of just progress through the bag from, my 60 degree, all the way up to my driver.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Thanks, Trev.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Trevor. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate your time as always.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. We'll start over with Coach Jim Anderson here. Rich, you want to start off with Jim?
Actually, Seth, do you want to go first? Because I'm going to try to record this and use a little bit on the radio today.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Hi, Coach. Thanks for joining us. Congrats on the national ranking, but what do you kind of tell the team to stay loose and kind of, I know they're a veteran team, and I kind of think I have an idea what your answer is, so it doesn't get to their head, so they keep playing sharp with chip on their shoulder.
Yeah, it's a good question. It's definitely a distinction that we're proud of and embrace. I think we stopped after our qualifying round on Wednesday when we wrapped up, and I think it was Wednesday night was the first day that the news broke on that ranking. And so I say, guys, look, it's important that we take a quick pause and just like acknowledge this and not hide from it or try to ignore it. But I've told them, and I've said before too, we've also been a team that's been ranked 30th or 40th or 50th or whatever number you want to assign, and we're going, oh, the rankings don't mean anything. So you can't really talk out of both sides of your mouth when you're where you want to be with a ranking. And so the guys, and I think this comes from the culture that our seniors demonstrate and who we are. They're proud of it. They embrace that, but they also know that it can be short lived if you're not prepared for the next week. So it's as Trevor said, we want to play our best golf all the time. And the steps along the way getting us to May and now having the chance to feel what it's like to be as good as we've always thought we are, it's going to be great for preparations for May.
Yeah. And then what it was like, winning the Prestige. I mean, that was a tournament with a pretty good field and, and just a big field. What was that like to kind of tell the team that they played 3 good days of golf?
Well, it was awesome because we've been close a lot on the road, and we put ourselves in position because of the second round, particularly the wind picked up, and with the Prestige, it was terrific because most of the time when you play in a college tournament, there's 15 or so teams, and basically the structure only allows it to have people tee off typically in the morning, and then that's the end of the day at 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Well, this one, because there were so many teams, we had a wave of teams play in the morning on day 1 and a wave in the afternoon, and then it flipped. And usually you want to play golf in the morning. That's when it's typically the easiest to post a good score. And we did a pretty good job of that. We did make a few mistakes, and we weren't leading. We probably could have been a little bit closer to the lead after one day. But it doesn't, I don't want to say it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you're sitting after day 1. And when we came out and played day 2, the wind picked up in the afternoon. I had a few other coaches that were in the same wave as us give me, some text messages and compliments to the team on how well they played. And we were just hitting some shots at incredibly high levels and just didn't give anything back. So I think we ended up shooting 4 under that round, maybe 5. I can't recall off the top of my head exactly, but that was a huge round, and that positioned us to be able to be in the last group final round. And we didn't probably play our cleanest and our best on that final round, but the conditions on the course and the environment playing with 2 awesome teams, and North Carolina posting the score ahead of us, those things all contribute to a pressure situation. And we were fortunate that we played well enough and we didn't make, some of the critical mistakes that sometimes take you out of a tournament. And we just hung. And lo and behold, we were there in the end, and Trevor made a great up and down, and which solidified his co-medal and our co-medal. And it was awesome. It was really fun. And we drove. So that meant that was a fun kind of drive home. So that's a long answer, but it was definitely a big step and a confidence builder for us as we get ready for San Antonio.
Yeah, I was going to ask about, the travel back. You can't really celebrate, because of COVID the way, everybody would like to after. But tell me a little bit about that drive back. What was the bus like?
Well, it was fun. The guys were jazzed, and it's fun coaching a college team with great guys, because we're piling in because we know we got a 6-hour drive and to getting the vehicles ready and it's like, but nobody's eating, and it's just, it's like, we did the pictures. It's already dark. We know we got a 6-hour drive. Nobody cares. It's like, what do you guys want? In and out? Or someone's like, well, this is well, Five Guys is a little bit of a splurge, So we drove a little further out of the way. We went to Five Guys, and, yes, milkshakes, yes, extra fries, whatever, you know what I mean? So that was cool. And that's honestly that's like it's so pure when it happens around, people this age. It's so fun. And so we're jazzed, but I mean, that was eons ago now. Right. But it's exactly why we do it. And it was a lot of fun to be around it.
I agree. Five Guys over in and out any day. Thanks, Coach.
You're welcome.